Welcome back to Psychologies. I'm Patrick Hill, a barefoot coach and the creator of How to Have a Hopeful New Year coaching program. This is week 4, the final week in this series, and in this short video, I'll be talking to you about how to create optimism and positivity. So here's question number 1. What things have you done or do you do that help you feel better when things feel tough or difficult? What things have you done in the past that help you feel better? Right? I want you to write down a list. We've all had tough times, and you may be having a tough time right now. We've all been through them, but we are incredibly resilient people, right? Because otherwise we wouldn't be here listening to this. You've taken lots of different actions across your life to live well in the harder times. So remind yourself of these things. Celebrate all the things that you've done, all right? Like we've discussed in the previous videos, being grateful for ourselves helps build our strength, our resilience, our positivity, and our optimism, all right? Here's question 2. Question 2, what things do you love doing? What do you love to do? I want you to write them down. I want you to make a menu of the healthy activities and things that you like to do that bring you joy. Whatever they are, no restrictions, I want you to go for it. Just write them all down. And like I said in the previous video, we can take one action at a time. We don't have to wait until we're feeling hopeless or down or having a hard time to take these actions. In fact, I'd suggest that we don't wait. Doing them daily, little and often moves the mountain. I always say this. So like with all aspects of our health, we can take small, simple actions to help us feel positive and optimistic on a daily basis. Okay, here's question 3. What things will you do on a daily basis to help you maintain your health and well-being? Look back at your list. That might help you. For me, a good night's sleep, number 1. Simple things like brushing our teeth, eating a healthy and balanced diet. So those are the givens that I just do as a matter of habit, but what else? What else will I do that will help me stay well and healthy? It might be a small action like making a phone call to a close loved one. It could be a walk or anything from the menu that you've just written. It'll help you create positivity and more optimism in your life. So ask yourself again, what will you do today that will help you feel more positive and more optimistic? It could be, like I said in the previous video, making plans for the future. All right, now my next question is about how you think about the harder or painful times. Now, we can all use our minds to direct our thinking, even and perhaps especially most importantly, in the harder, more challenging times. Now, it's important to know that you can choose how you think about things so that you're not controlled by the emotions that come up. At the same time, we also know that we need to feel our feelings and be honest with ourselves and others about how we're feeling if we're going to maintain really good health. But we know that the brain will believe literally whatever we tell it. So our language and our self-thinking and self-talk matters enormously. The brain's binary code is language and words. So we need to choose our language deliberately and really carefully. So, question 4. What thoughts are most helpful to you when you're having a challenging time? What thoughts are most helpful to you when you're having a challenging time? So rather than thinking only of the negative, we can choose more positive, helpful thinking. As I was caring for my mum when she was dying in 2019, I chose to be grateful for having that time with her. Yes, it was incredibly hard to see her going through that, but I chose to think positively about the gratitude of that time, as well as having the painful feelings. So what thoughts are most helpful to you and for you when you're having a challenging time? Now, my next question is all about reframing the situations, like I did with my mum, so that we can take forward-facing action. Quite often, we can reframe our thinking, like I said earlier, so that it's healthier for us. So here's question 5. What is an old thought or an old script that you have that no longer serves you? All right, so it might be something like, I'm bad with food. Now, guess what? If we think like this, guess what's going to happen? We'll continue to be bad with food, whatever that means. So keep the first part of the sentence, I am, the first person present tense, the sentence starter is great, and then rewrite the script with a positive outcome that's more forward-facing to where you want to be heading. It could be, I am eating healthier every day. Now, if that's too big or general, you can make it smaller. It could be, I'm eating 3 pieces of fruit every day, or I am going for a walk every day. Finally, question 6. How do I know if I need professional support? And obviously this is very individual. But if you're feeling stuck and you've tried all of the above, everything in the previous videos, you've tried that consistently, if you're still feeling stuck, you may need some support. You may benefit from some professional support, whether it's with a counselor, a coach, a therapist, whoever. If you're feeling sad constantly without any reason for that sadness, you again may benefit from some professional support. I had great support around me, and I had people telling me I wasn't well when I was having a very rough patch about 10 years ago. So I saw my GP. I actually ended up having therapy as well, and it helped massively. I wouldn't be able to do this if I hadn't had that support. All right, we know that connection breaks isolation, so it always helps us to share with others where we're at and what's going on. That's the end of the series. This was week 4 in the series. And remember that you can also subscribe to Psychologies magazine to access the full course, including the weekly journal workbooks for the in-depth coaching questions. Subscribe via the link in this video's caption. And if you're already a subscriber, head to the Life Leap Club page on the Psychologies website and register to sign in. Take care.